welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I cream contour and how I just contour with powders on top of that and just chisel my face. This might be a little extreme for some of you, but just know that you don't have to use as much product and you can just use these types of tips and tricks in order to do the contour that you like for your own face. Now I only have my foundation on. I'm using the HD Studio Photogenic Foundation from NYX. This is a brand new one that I've been trying out and I'll have a full review coming up soon, so look out for that. First thing I do is highlight underneath my eyes and I use a concealer. My favorite right now is the Maybelline Fit Me. It's been just phenomenal and surpassing even my high-end ones, and this is a really great drugstore concealer. Usually when you highlight underneath your eyes, you take 1 to 2 shades lighter. This might be 2 to 3. Hello. Place this underneath my eye and make a triangle shape underneath. Right here. Here's my triangle. I know my shapes. Now before I blend that in, I like to take my beauty blender, aka Booty Bender, and spray some finishing spray on this. I learned this trick from Desi Makeup, and also I saw Patrick Starr do this first, and I was just like, let me try that out to help decrease creasing underneath the eye. And then another tip that I learned from another blogger, because I love giving credit when credit's due. Nicole Guerrero, she likes to set her underneath her eyes immediately, and now that I've been doing that, the creasing has decreased as well. So this is a Laura Mercier Secret Eye Brightening Powder. I'm going to link everything down below. So now that I've done that, I'll take my beauty blender and I'll start blending that underneath my eye. And this is going to help lift my eye and alleviate those dark circles so that it looks like I actually got proper sleep for once. So now that I've done that, I'll immediately take my finishing powder and then set that baby into place with just a thin layer of powder. You don't want to put too much because again, it can become cakey. And I love this powder because it's extremely brightening underneath the eye and it has not really creased on me. It's been really nice. I mean, I do have fine lines underneath my eyes, but what can you do? So just conceal and triangle. I like to spray, blend with the Booty Bender, then set it and forget it. I need to help brighten the other areas of my face, so I'm going to do just a little on my chin, very slightly down the bridge of my nose, and also my forehead. So I'll just take the same concealer, and sometimes I'll use medium instead of this color sand, just because I don't like it too light, but I just do very, very little. I don't like to go too extreme, and then just whatever excess and stuff like that I have there, I'll blend out my chin, my nose, and that forehead. But now I'm going to go on to the cream contour. I know you're not supposed to put creams really on top of powders, but that I'm not going to do because the only area set is underneath my eye. So now we're going to go on to the Laura Mercier Cream Contour Palette. Obsessed. So now, just depending on your skin tone, you're going to take one of the cream shades, and I love the Soft Blend Concealer from Sigma. This has been my lifesaver and I'm finally really getting good use out of this brush. I highly recommend this one because it's extremely precise and perfect for cream contour. What I've been using on the perimeter of my face is this outer color, which is the main one, and I'll just take it around my forehead on the edge and then on the side as well, and just doing that perimeter of my forehead and down the side of my face. My beauty blender, and then just use the bottom portion or the side and then just blend that out. Now the cheeks are always the main portion. I know a lot of you know where to find your contour. Just place it right underneath your cheekbone. Do not bring it to your mouth. You will start looking muddy and look like you've been eating Oreos or Oreos with mud or just mud. So I like to stop it usually around the end of my eye. It all depends really on your face shape as well. And again, just take a combination. I like to take this shade right here when I do my cheekbones, just so it's a little bit more intense. And I'll just map that out. As you can see, I have a natural contour right there, right here. So I'll just, oh my God, so I'll just follow that line right there. I know this seems extreme, but like I said, I like to do section by section. Then I'll start blending this out little by little. This, oh my gosh, it blends so easily. So now that I've done that one side, obviously you can see how easy that cream product just blended in. What's really awesome about this palette is that this cream contour will last a really long time, and you could just leave it just like that and go on to your blush and lipstick and all that, and you're good to go. So again, on the other side, and then I'm just going to blend out again. Again, don't bring it down to the end of your lips because you're gonna start looking like a ventriloquist. And when I blend, sorry, I always blend up and never down. It's kind of like your breasts. Usually when you have your bra, you don't really have your girls just hang low. You have them hang high. High to the sky. Now, in order to get that double chinny chin chin, which I can get, and I have no problem admitting that, I'm just going to take, again, just another shade. It just depends how extreme you want your contour to be, because there are different shades. I'm going to be taking just the big shade right here, and what I love is that they have a really dark shade for my darker biscuits, which is phenomenal because I know it's really hard to find contour palettes that really gear towards all skin tones. I can't stand it when they don't. It's just, come on now, get with the program, people. So now I'll just take a little on my side of my face. And now one thing that I notice some people do is they only take it down the jawline, and that's fine, but you have to realize your jaw extends up. So in order to get a really sharp definition, just go a little bit behind the ear and bring it down. That's all you have to do, because now it's finishing that chiseled line. Your jaw doesn't stop here, it keeps going, and then blend it out. I don't really chisel my jaw like really ever, just sometimes when I'm really going out. Now for the nose, I know a lot of people like to contour their nose. I'm just gonna take the same brush, I'm gonna take the same lightest shade, and I'm gonna slowly start contouring the sides of my nose. And just bring it down on the bottom. I don't really contour my nose a lot, so this part is just really not the best. Like, I don't really contour my nose a lot, so. And you can bring it all the way up if you want to, because my nose is straight, and it's pretty thin too. It's not like super thin, but it's not like it needs to be contoured. But if you want to add more definition, then you can. And just blend that out, because you don't want to have lines on the sides of your nose. And I don't like to stroke this, I just like to pat the product, because then you're just going to blend the product all over the nose and no chiseling was done. But usually I just contour just like this with the cream palette. I absolutely love this. Now, in order to ump it up and really make sure that you're more chiseled, and this is more for extreme contour, I'm going to be using my Kat Von D palette. And again, you could just use this on its own. So what I'm showing you right now, you don't have to do the cream contour part. You can just use this baby on its own. You are so beautiful to me. I love how they're like cool tone. The only warm one really is like the first one to kind of warm up the face, which is fine. My favorite shade is the middle, and again, I love the shades in these. I love the different shades of highlights because these are really awesome. I'll show you how I utilize all the highlights for myself, because I feel like sometimes people wouldn't know what to do with this last color, or maybe this is too light. I'll show you. Middle shade, and I'm going to use my Ita brush. I'm going to tap off this excess, and again, I'm going to be stroking up, following this cream contour, and basically just setting it. Think of it like as your foundation, as just setting your face, which I have not set at all, only the under eye area, and I'm going to start bringing it up little by little. And I like to hold the brush away and not so much so close, because then you're going to be so harsh on your face. Hold it lightly and let those bristles that you paid for, this $50 brush, $55, and just let it just do its job, because you paid for this thing and it better work. So I like to hold it away from my face like this, just so I can get a soft hold on it, so I can just let my skin and the tool do all the work. So I'm just going to stroke it up, and then I'll turn it so it's upwards, and I'll just start stroking the product up just like this, just to blend it into the cheeks. I'll even turn it the other way as well, and then just slowly working around, taking whatever excess product into the perimeters of my face. I'll take just a little bit more, and I'll do the same exact thing. Slowly just start building the color so it's not too muddy, and bringing it up this way, and also side to side. But you don't want to bring it like you're stroking down and down and down, because then it's going to look too streaky. So you just want to help blend it up so it just blends easier into the skin and doesn't look so harsh. And then whatever excess product back into the forehead. Then I'll kind of take a little bit more and then just take it on the sides of my face. And this one I do up and down right here, and then just hit that bottom of my nose, so it kind of just stops right there. The thing is to not put so much pressure on your skin where you're like, Okay, just really just softly let the skin pull the product from the brush. A little to set that bottom area. Very little, not too much, and then just blend this down. But say that you want to just extra, just really make sure it's more blended out, but I like it like this. I love this brush, the powder blush, the powder size blush brush. So I like to take this because it's just so soft and just blends right into those areas, just to make further just blend everything out. Now what I love are these highlighting powders. Now they have a yellow one that I know everybody really loves for underneath the eyes, so you can take that. Say you are a little bit lighter biscuit than me, then you could take the lighter shade, or you can mix the two depending on how bright and extreme you want your under eye. And I like to take it just right on the outside instead of underneath the eye, so I don't cake up the eye underneath because it's already bright enough, you know. I mean, you can take just a tad bit, but I don't like to add too much product there because then it's just too much cake when we already have cake, you know. So I just like to take it more on the highest points of the cheekbone just to brighten up that area right up there. You can take a little sweep underneath the eyes if that makes you feel better. If some of you like to reverse contour, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically taking another powder underneath and it's going to make this contour even more sharp. And this is where I love this peachy shade right here. I feel like a lot of people are kind of like, what do I do with that? I'll never use that. But I like this because I like to place a little bit of the peachy tone, tap off the excess, and then you'll reverse contour. You go right underneath your contour and start blending that out to make it more sharp underneath. And I like it because it's not so yellow, it's not white, it's more of a peachier tone, so it's gonna blend more into your foundation. And then just take that underneath, and as you can see, it's making a more sharp contour. It all depends how much product you want to use in order to make that thing sharp right there. But as opposed to this one that's a little bit more flushed in and blended, and then you can see on this side it's more chiseled, so that you're doing reverse, so you're getting underneath as well. Some people like it, some people don't. With these other powders, I like to take the yellow and the white just a little, and then just do a little bit on my chin, a little bit down my nose, and then again the same, just to set that highlight area. After you can just set your face, I'll just take a loose powder I've been enjoying that this is a setting powder, and it doesn't really put too much color, it's more translucent, and then that's it. There you go. So now I'm just gonna add my favorite blush. This one is Serene from Sigma, and then just a Duo Fiber brush, and then just go ahead and add in that blush right at top, just to help give some warmth and pinch back to your cheeks. Now for a highlight, I've been really enjoying MAC's Perfect Topping. I really like it. It's more of like a champagne peachy pink highlighting brush. This is a tapered highlighter for F35 from Sigma. I'm just going to take a little bit of that highlighter. If you want some shine, you don't have to do shine if you don't want to sparkle. Some people don't like it. I happen to love glow, and so now what I'll do is I'll just take the highlight and I'll just take it right on the tops of the cheekbone and just blend that up. And I do circular motions just so it blends immediately instead of just doing one line right there. So I'll just start blending right here, and I like to bring it up my face so that it just illuminates up and is like, whoa. Whatever excess I'll bring down my nose. I won't put too much. Sometimes I put a little bit more just for the sake of the video to make sure it pops up, but sometimes it just pops up too much. And then down my cupid's bow right here, and bada bing, bada boom, I am done. Like I said, this might be a little bit extreme to some of you, but this is how I usually contour and highlight. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Mwah! Whoop whoop!